Today, we are going to talk about anger. Did you know that anger is a healthy and normal emotion? It's just that some kids and adults really struggle with the difference between angry feelings and aggressive behavior. Anger can quickly turn into defiance, disrespect, aggression, or even physical when you don't know how to deal with that emotion. Have you ever blew up on somebody for something so small, or maybe even for no reason at all? And afterwards, you kind of regret what you did and you feel bad about it. Well, I'm going to tell you why that happens.
To start, at lunch, a group of kids started teasing you because of the sneakers you had on, and you held on to that. And then you found out one of your siblings broke your favorite tablet when you got home, and you held on to that too. On top of that, your parents took away your Xbox and toys because you failed the test you studied so hard for, and you held on to that as well. By this point, you've held in all of that anger and all of that frustration for days, and now it's just building and building and building until one day something so small pushes you over the edge, and then kaboom! Your emotions come spilling out of you. And now we're unable to control how we respond, which can lead to hitting, kicking, destroying things, name calling, and more. When it's all said and done, we may feel relieved that those strong emotions found their way out, but then we may feel regret if our actions have caused harm to ourselves or others.
So as you've seen, when we hold on to those things that make us angry and frustrated and we don't use our coping skills to help us calm down and deal with it, then that anger and frustration that's inside of us just keeps building. And it keeps building up, and it doesn't stop building if you never handle it the right way. And just like a volcano with a lot of pressure inside of it, all that anger, frustration that's inside of us erupts. Just like you seen on that soda can. Soda bottle. And that's the bad news. But like I told you last video, wherever there's bad news, there's some good news right around the corner. No way. The good news is that there are many ways and techniques that you can use to ensure that that anger doesn't build up to a point where you explode like a volcano and haul off and hit somebody. And while it's totally okay to feel angry, it's never okay to hit someone just because you're angry. That goes for you adults too. But I'm gonna sip my tea. And parents, while you're here, did you know the best way to teach children to deal with their anger is by showing them how you deal with your emotions when you feel angry? So if your kids watch you lose your temper when you get angry, they'll likely do the same when they get angry. On the flip side, if they see you get angry and you use more appropriate and positive strategies, they'll likely pick up on that too. Now, while it's important to shield your child from most adult problems, it's also really healthy to show them the strategies and the tools that you use to properly handle your anger and frustration. Okay, I'm done with you. Now give the phone or tablet back to your child. Quick. So, like I was saying, here are some things that you can do so you don't erupt like a volcano the next time you get angry.
Here are 10 calm down tools that you can add to your toolbox. I'm going to talk about my favorite 3. Number 1, take 3 deep breaths and count to 10. I love taking 3 deep breaths when I'm upset because it helps slow my heart rate down and makes me feel more relaxed. And counting to 10 helps me focus not on what made me angry, but focus more on how to respond to that anger. Number 2 is probably my favorite. Put on music or sing a song. Music has gotten me through some of my most difficult moments in life. If I'm angry, I put on a song that makes me feel happy. It's that simple, and it really works. You should try it. And for my third pick, I'm going with number 10. Write a story about my feelings. I found for this to be a great way to express how I'm feeling. I've been doing it since I was a kid like you, and I still do it to this day. I write down how I'm feeling in my journal, and with every word I write, I feel just a little bit better. And that's because I'm not holding it inside anymore, letting it build and build. Instead, I'm releasing all of those strong feelings on a piece of paper, so I don't erupt like a volcano.
So what did you think about those calm down tools? Have you ever used any of these tools? Did they work for you? Do you plan on using them next time you get upset or angry or frustrated? Do you have tools that I haven't mentioned in the last 2 weeks that work for you? If you do, send them on over. Here's the email. You can send it right there, either by video, or if you just want to write to me, that's fine, but I do really want to know what is working for you and what's not. I want to know if you have things that I haven't mentioned, because if you have that information and it's working for you, maybe it'll work for me or someone else. We have to share that information. And just know that, this is a lifelong journey, and we're not perfect, and we're going to get angry. That's just part of life. But the more tools we have in our emotional toolbox, the better equipped we'll be when we experience those big, strong emotions. And I'll end with this. Remember in the beginning of the video when I said that anger is a normal and healthy emotion? Well, it is. It's a part of us. We have a lot of different parts to us. A lot of different emotions are in us. And every single emotion makes us who we are. It makes us special. It makes us unique. That's why they're normal and healthy for us. Now, how you decide to use those emotions, that's where it gets a little tricky. Do you use your anger for good or bad? Yes, you can use your anger for good. You could get so angry at the bullying going on in your school that you could decide to stand up against it by starting a friendship club. Or maybe you get so angry at the people in your community throwing trash, ruining your community, that you get your friends and you guys go pick up trash and clean up the neighborhood. Anger is just sometimes looked at as the bad emotion, but anger can drive us to do a lot of good in the world. I could go on for days, but you get the point. Basically, how you respond does matter. So just use those strategies that we went over and you will be okay. Trust me. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I truly appreciate it. Until next time, peace and love.